We had this phenomenal sunset tonight after a pretty spectacular day.
Yes, and our spectacular days are going to go clear through at least next Saturday.
Oh, wow.
Next Saturday, like the 16th next Saturday. Yeah, right. At this point, I couldn't find a single model that really brought in any real rain.
Oh my.
So there is that, everybody, and that could also pose some problems for us drying out. We don't want to dry out too much too soon. Let's head outside right this minute and take a look at our fantastic city. My goodness, that is a beautiful shot. Every window, it looks like, in the Seattle metro area has a light in it. We're at 45 degrees, winds out of the north at 10 miles per hour. Dew point on the low side right now at about 37. Big story for us here, you guys, has been the air stagnation through at least noon on Thursday. That upper level ridge is still preventing air at the higher levels. That's really our biggest problem, is the higher level rain. I'm sorry, cloud cover trapping all of this pollution. So as we move into that area, we then have this to think about, and that is our freezing fog advisory. Now, when fog forms and temperatures are below freezing, those small little water droplets within fog basically freeze on surfaces that are at or below freezing. So in a way, in its own little way, it kind of acts like freezing rain. And so that has been a travel issue as you travel along I-84, as well as towards the Olympia area as well. They don't have any watches and warnings for them right at this time. But having said that, roads could be pretty slippery. You know that frost we saw earlier today? Well, that's going to be their situation. Meanwhile, we have dried out here in the Central Sound, and we're looking okay as far as freezing fog goes. In fact, no real fog to think about. Toronto takes on the Sounders, mostly cloudy and Burr. We're still looking at about 1 below to 2 below centigrade Saturday at about 1 o'clock p.m. Our time. So that's, you know, what you got to think about if you're going to be traveling. Don't forget your hat and don't forget your passport. That's going to be important too. All right, so high pressure firmly in place is what we're seeing right here. The oranges and the yellow temperatures mainly. This gradient is showing us some warmer air coming in. And with that warmer air, it is also going to be drier air as this high itself continues to be our main weather focus at this point. Notice how this low right here, which would normally bring us some moisture, is going up and over this high, completely missing us. Low level clouds, try to find them. That's the other bit that we've been talking about, just patchy fog as we get towards Olympia and into Tacoma. And again, this is as we go into the evening hours tomorrow. We put this thing back into motion and know what we're not seeing anymore in the way of fog. We are very much so drying out here, and so our fog is really going to be a thing of the past. Having said that, we don't want to completely rule that out as you're going to be walking around first thing in the morning. Patchy fog for most of us, but notice the temperatures have gone up. 51 for your Thursday, 49 by Friday, and so patchy fog across the board, but a lot of this will start to diminish over the next several days. We're at 48 degrees by even Monday, and then 46 as we move into next Tuesday and Wednesday. And what do they all have in common? No rain. So again, another whole week without rain is very unusual for us this time of year. So just watch out for that. I don't know why you're watching out for it. Just oh, I know, drying conditions. We don't want that.
Right.
That's true.